Good morning. We'll go for the second example. Third, in fact, it is third example. So in the beam column case, suppose the point load is exactly at the center of magnitude equals to W, then what will the equation for slope and deflection by using moment curvature relationship that we'll see. And here, one more additional term, what is a factor, what is called as a magnification factor. So how to obtain this magnification factor? So that also will determine. Actually, this particular case and the previous case is one and same. In the previous case, we have studied about the beam column subjected to the axial load plus the P load acting at any point, not at the center. So therefore, the previous case equations are also applicable for this case also by substituting the C value to be equal to L by 2 and X equal to L by 2. We'll get this maximum deflection to be equal to this. Now again, in this particular case, we'll take this particular case as a separate case. So here the load is axial load is P and the load lateral load at the center is equals to W. So obviously, since it is symmetrical loading, so reactions will be equal to W by 2, W by 2. Then write the moment curvature relationship. Okay, moment curvature relationship. So first is EI into d2y by dx square is equals to minus m. This is the moment curvature basic relationship. So minus, now first is write the equation for bending moment. So bending moment at any section. So first of all, first take the section in the first segment, that is between the support A and up to the center. So therefore X is less than or equal to L by 2. So what will be the bending moment? Bending moment will be equal to P into Y. Remember this again, I am repeating, we are taking bending moment with respect to this point. So therefore it is P into Y will be bending moment due to axial load and plus W by 2. So bending moment due to this. So W by 2 into X. W by 2 into X. So this will be the first moment curvature relation, which is for X is less than or equal to L by 2. That is at the center. At the center. Then so it will be equal to EI into d2y by dx square plus, now take this particular term on the left side. So it becomes to plus P into Y. On the right side, what remains? Minus W by 2 into X. Then divide this complete equation by EI. So it will be equal to d2y by dx square plus P divided by EI into Y is equals to, this is the right side. Then substitute this value P divided by EI, this term replaced by K square. So the equation, it will be d2y by dx square plus and so on. So this is the equation. Okay. Again, if you see, so this is the second order differential equation is of a non-homogeneous. Right hand side is not equal to 0. So the solution is complementary plus particular in this case. So it will be equal to, so the solution will be complementary function is this part. The complementary complementary function consists of the term sine and cosine. So A cos kx plus B sine kx minus, this is the particular solution part, is a minus Wx divided by 2 into K. So this particular term comes from this right hand side. Then in this, how many unknowns are there? Unknowns are, so A and B, only these two unknowns are there, only these two unknowns. So to find these two unknowns, use a boundary condition. So first is at X equal to 0, deflection will be 0. So in this equation, deflection will be 0, X equal to 0. Then we will get the first constant A is equals to 0. And second is at X equal to L by 2, center, at equal to L by 2, slope is equals to 0. Slope is equals to 0. So therefore, differentiate this equation with respect to X and then put this boundary condition, X equal to L by 2, dy by dx equal to 0. Then, and already A is also equals to 0, substitute A equal to 0. So we get the value of B to be, the value of B is this, B equal to W divided by 2 into Pk into sec of KL divided by 2, KL divided by 2. So therefore, deflection equation becomes to be this. So y equal to, so that is, so basically this is the equation for y. So in this equation, substitute A 0 and B equal to this particular. So we'll get this equation for deflection, this equation for deflection. So which is the function of x, substitute any value of x, you will get the deflection. Then in the deflection equation, to find maximum deflection, so substitute x equal to L by 2. So we'll get the maximum deflection to be this term. Then next is magnification factor. Okay, magnification factor is defined as, it is the ratio of deflection in beam column divided by deflection in the beam. Deflection in the beam. So in the case of only so this is the lateral load. So due to this load, there will be deflection. There will be deflection, correct? And so under this deflection, whenever the beam deforms, and plus the beam is going to, beam is also subjected to the axial load. And because of this axial loading, again, there will be further deflection. Okay, so therefore, this particular deflection will be because of the lateral loading, and plus because of this, now the beam has been buckled. Beam has been buckled because of this lateral loading. And in this buckling state, again, there is an axial load is there. So therefore, there will be further buckling. So this is the maximum deflection because of both lateral loading plus axial loading. And this is given by this equation. Now, the magnification factor is defined as deflection in the beam column. That is this deflection. Deflection in the beam column. That means this deflection divided by deflection due to in the beam only. That is this. So ratio of this distance divided by this distance will give the magnification factor. So always this magnification factor is always greater than 1. So in this case, so magnification factor will be deflection in the beam column. So deflection in the beam column is this term, which has come from this, and divided by deflection in the beam. So this is standard case, simply supported subjected to point load. What is maximum deflection? WL cube divided 48 EI. Substitute this value and then simplify this. So we will get magnification factor will be equal to this. Okay, so here one small u is there. So this is just a replacement for the term k cube divided by L into L cube divided by 8 is replaced by u term. So this is the magnification factor. Then another example is that here the beam is subjected to, the beam column is subjected to UDL. Beam column subjected to UDL. Then again the analysis steps are same. First is determine the reactions at the supports. So because of the symmetry, reaction due to lateral loading will be equal to WL divided by 2. Then the moment curvature relation, EI into d2y by dx square. EI into d2y by dx square is equals to minus m, which is equal to minus into EM will be, now take the bending moment with respect to this point. So this is at a distance equal to x. So this bending moment will be because of 3. First is because of the axial loading. Because of this axial loading, it will be P into y, plus because of reaction. Because of the reaction, it is WL divided by 2 into x. Okay, so this will be plus, and this will be anti-clockwise. This will anti-clockwise is minus WX into x by 2. Wx square. So this will be a total bending moment. Then rearrange the term. So take some terms on the left side, divide complete equation by EI. So what the equation remain, the equation forms d2y by dx square plus p divided by EI into y. On the right hand side, the load term is there. Load term you take on the right side. Then replace p by EI as a k square. P by EI as a k square. So the remaining terms will be as it is. Then finally, this is the deflection, second order differential equation. Right hand side is not equal to 0. So solution is a non-homogeneous and therefore it is complementary plus particular solution. So this is a complementary in the sense sine and cosine term plus this is a complementary function, particular solution. So this term comes from this particular right hand side is a particular solution. So in this, again, there are two constant A and B, which is to be determined from the boundary conditions, So first is at x equal to L, x is measured from support A. X equal to L means support B. Deflection is equals to 0. So in this equation, substitute this particular boundary condition and already first condition is this: at x equal to 0, deflection 0. So A answer is coming W divided by P k square. Then second condition, at x equal to L, y equal to 0, and already A answer is known. Substitute in this equation. So we get B equal to minus W into P k square into this term. Then here this 1 upon sine, as we know, it is a cosec is there. Cos divided by sine term is a cot term. Substitute in this equation. So finally, this will be the equation for, this will be term for the constant B. Then A is known, B is known, substitute in the deflection equation. So finally, the deflection for this particular case, that is beam column subjected to UDL, is the equation number 1. Again, this is the function of x. So substitute any value of x, you will get any value of x, you will get deflection at that point. Then to find the maximum deflection, where it is maximum at the center. So in this equation, substitute x equal to L by 2. Substitute x equal to L by 2. X equal to L by 2. So we get this is the equation for maximum deflection. And regarding the slope, so it is simple. If once it is a equation for deflection is known, so differentiate this equation. So that will give the slope equation. Again, that will be equation in terms of x. Again, substitute any value of x, you will get the slope at that particular point. So this is finally, this is the slope equation. So support A, okay, support A, what is the maximum in this case where the slope is maximum? Slope is maximum over the support A. Over the support, the slopes are always maximum. So put x equal to 0 in this case. So substitute here, the slope will be at A, the maximum slope is this. And similarly, again support at B, slope is maximum. Okay, so since it is symmetric case, so this equation and this equation is one and same, slopes are same. So this equation and again this equation gives the same result. Then magnification factor. So it is magnification factor is equal to y maximum, where y maximum is one equation is there. So here y maximum is this particular term. So this term divided by maximum deflection in the case of beam. So it is standard case. So simply support it plus for UDL. So maximum deflection will be 5W L raised to 4 divided by 384 EI. So this will give the magnification factor. This is a next case. And then in the this is the last case. So here the beam column is subjected to uniformly varying load. Beam column is subjected to uniformly varying load. How to find the maximum slope and deflection? So it is a procedure same. So therefore, just I will, in short, I will explain. So first of all, determine the reactions. So here for this reaction, reactions are this. So RB reaction is WL by 3 and WL by 6. Now bending moment. To obtain bending moment, consider any section here at a distance equal to X. So what will be the load intensity here? So load intensity will be Wx divided by L. Load intensity will be Wx by L. Then from moment curvature relation, so EI into d2y by dx square is equals to minus m. So minus into, write this thing. So the different terms are, what will be? There will be 3 terms. Okay, so first is we are taking bending moment here at this section. So this is the reaction, this is the reaction, this is the axial load here, this is the axial load. Now take the bending moment here, take the bending moment with respect to this point. So what will be first is this P load. Okay, so this is P load into distance y clockwise. Okay, plus this reaction, RA reaction into X. This is the first term is for because of P loading. This will be bending moment because of the reaction, and next minus whatever this uniformly varying load within this portion. So bending moment due to that. So it will be anti-clockwise. So it will be minus area of the bending moment, 1/2. Height is how much? So area of the triangle into central distance. So central distance will be X by 3. And this is area of the triangle. Then it is a remove the bracket, internal bracket, and simplify this. It is minus P into Y plus WL6X, okay, and so on. So this is the equation, EI into d2y by dx square equal to this term. So again, it is a right hand side not equal to 0. Right hand side is not equal to 0. So it is a solution is complementary plus particular. So before that, okay, so before that, slightly whatever the y equation, rearrange the term. So therefore this in term. So so here divide complete equation by EI and take some terms from the right hand to left hand. So in the left hand, it will be d2y by dx square plus P divided by EI into y into load terms. Okay, complete load terms take on the right side. Then replace P divided by EI by K square and the remaining portion, which is the load portion. Then now solution of this. Now this is the required governing differential equation. Required governing differential equation. So therefore, the complete solution, the y will be, this is a complementary solution plus this is a particular integral. So this particular integral come from this particular side, right hand side here. Then in this again there are 2 constants. One is A and this is B. So which is to be determined from the boundary conditions. So how many boundary conditions required? 2. Okay, first is A and second is B, 2 constants. So what is the first condition? At x equal to 0, y will be 0. So therefore A will be 0. So deflection at A support 0. Similarly, the deflection at B support is also 0. So what is condition? At x equal to L, y will be equal to 0. So substitute this condition here and already A is 0. So we get the equation for B as W divided by PK square into 1 divided by sine into KL. Because KL, that is X is replaced by L. So final, then we know we have the value of A and we have the value of B. So therefore substitute in equation for Y, and therefore finally we'll get the equation for Y is this. Okay, so which is again a function of X. So substitute any value of X, we will get the deflection at that particular point. Then again, if we differentiate this equation, that will be dy by dx. So differentiate this, again this equation will be in terms of X. So substitute value of X, we will get the slope at this particular point. So which is again. So at A support now. At A support, what will be the at A support, what will be the slope? So in this equation, just substitute X equal to 0. So at A, the slope will be given by this term. Then at B support, that means in this equation, substitute X equal to L, will get, this is the equation for slope. Okay. Then where the deflection is maximum, whether it will be at a center, no, it is not symmetric case. It is a uniform varying load. The deflection will be maximum where the slope is equal to 0, where the slope is equals to 0. So therefore, whatever this is the slope equation. Okay, this is slope equation, just equated to 0. Just equated to 0 and find out X answer. Find out X answer. And that is a point where the slope is 0. Okay, so and where the deflection is maximum. Okay, so find out X from this X answer and then take this X answer and substitute in equation for Y. So you will get the deflection at that particular point. Okay, so this is a part I have not solved here. I will keep that particular part as a homework. You just try it. Then from that equation, we'll get the maximum deflection. And then finally, the magnification factor is this Y maximum, that is maximum deflection in the beam and column, divided by the maximum deflection in the beam, only beam portion subjected to uniform varying load. So we get the magnification factor. So in this way, the beam and column is the part is to be analyzed. Okay, so this is the end of this particular chapter. So how to this thing in the beam and column, the analysis of beam and column, in the sense we are obtaining the equation for Y and equation for deflection and equation for slope. And these two equations we are obtaining from moment curvature relationship. Moment curvature relationship in the sense EI into d2y by dx square into minus m. So here just you determine the you obtain the value for m and then substitute it. Then the solution consists of the constant a, b, c, d, or sometimes it will be only a and b. Then by using boundary conditions, determine the constant, then substitute in y equation, then you will get a general equation for y, which is in terms of x. So in this way, the structure is to be analyzed. Thank you.